Level 100. The pinnacle of power for a Pokemon. Very few Pokemon ever reach this level. This is a series of videos in which I push Pokemon's levels to the absolute limit by raising them to 100 in unconventional ways and environments. Because, more or less, I'm crazy. This is the Level 100 Gauntlet. I hope you enjoy.
In Legends Arceus, there's a decision that you have to make that's arguably more important than picking your starter. Picking the nickname for the guard's Wurmple. Beauticia, Beautifred, or Bugene. Personally, I'm a Beautifred kind of guy. But I'm about to catch a Wurmple that's going to blow all three of those possibilities completely out of the water. That Wurmple is going to be named Mountain Bew. And I'm going to raise this Wurmple to surpass the Lord of the Woods, the noble Kleavor, all the way up to level 100, off of only rematching Kleavor. I know this isn't the most anticipated level 100 gauntlet for me to do first in this game, especially when getting experience from collecting resources exists, but I'm still working on my Legends Arceus movie, and it's taking up a lot of hard drive space, and I don't think two massive projects like that at the same time can really coexist on my computer comfortably. But I do think these noble rematches are a very cool and novel concept, something that I've never really done to train a Pokemon to level 100 before. And there's 7 different level 100 gauntlets I can do for these, which I will probably do over time, since you gain experience candies as a reward for each of them. Another really cool thing about this rematch feature is that it times you. So I'm going to be doing this battle a lot and seeing what I can set as my personal best time for it. It's almost like I'm speedrunning it in a way. And by the end of this all, we're going to have a very strong Wurmple and a pretty fast time at Kleavor. So, let's take this on. Now, it may seem like level 18 is kind of skipping some of the battles here, and it might seem like we're pretty far ahead of where we would have been if we chose to start on a level 2 Wurmple. But, the thing is, there really isn't that big of a difference between level 1 and level 18 in terms of experience. In terms of total experience, this thing only has 5,832. Per battle with Kleavor, we get 9,000 experience. So this isn't even the difference of one Kleavor battle. Now, ahead of time, let's scope out the arena here real quick. Just look at what we'll be dealing with. We have all sorts of walls here. We have a tree. Ideally, during this fight, we want to make sure Kleavor runs into as many walls as possible, because it briefly stuns it and allows us to throw more bombs. Normally, the game would prompt you to use your Pokemon at that point, but that's not fast. So, yeah, we're going to do this all Pokemon-less. Alright, at the moment I don't have any medium experience candies in my inventory. My current best time is 1:49.28. Let's see if we can crush that. And let's do our first rematch. First rematch with Kleavor. You can skip the cutscene by pressing plus and then X to skip the movie. This first time, let's watch it happen. Slice and dice. You know, the usual. So I'll give a quick walkthrough of the fight with this first attempt, including some knowledge that I only learned after finishing this gauntlet. Alright. So at the start of this battle, Kleavor will always start out with this charge move. Its eye will glow right before it charges, giving you the perfect opportunity to press the Y button to dodge. If it hits a wall, you then have an opportunity to send out your Pokemon or smack it with more bombs. But if it doesn't hit a wall, it'll immediately go into its next attack. If you're in close range of it, it'll use the spinny attack, which I assume is Razor Wind. You can either back up out of the range and then slowly go back in after it slashes, or if you master the timing, do a perfectly timed dodge. It will never do this attack twice in a row, so you can always get closer and throw a few more bombs before it charges again afterwards. And on rare occasions, if you're standing far away from it, it'll use Stone Edge. But this move is so rare that I only encountered it twice over the course of this whole gauntlet, and I never encountered it during any of my PBs. When you get it down to half health, just like all the other nobles, it'll let out a roar, but while it's roaring, your attacks won't do any damage. And I didn't know this until someone told me on stream. Below half health, its spin attack gets faster. You can actually prevent it from using this spin move entirely by not standing too close to it between moves. But since this forces you to throw your bombs from a further distance, it's not as fast. Alright, this is not going to be a PB, so during this time I'll show what happens if you actually battle it. During this rematch, it's level 70, But yeah, after you knock it out, a few free throws there. That's all there is to it. Three experience candies. So now let's use them on Mountain View here. It's a nice and solid 9,000 every single time. This thing requires 1 million experience points to get to level 100. So we're going to do this a little over 100 times. Yeah, let's stream and take this on. Going to be starting this out at a playtime of 73 hours and 22 minutes. Let's stream this and do it. Alrighty. I got my balms ready. Let's start streaming these rematches with Kleavor, Lord of the Woods. So it took me a while to get into the groove of things at the start of stream. I would often get distracted and make silly mistakes throughout the battle. Oh, we might actually wipe here. I think we're good though. We're not! I failed. It took me 4 attempts to get my first PB, but I eventually got into the swing of things. I love the invincibility frames you have on dodging in this game. It's so generous. It makes you feel so cool for timing something, even though the window really isn't that tight. I say as I get hit by that. Someone then wanted to see if it'd be faster if I sent in a Pokemon, which it wasn't. Especially when I sent out this Pokemon. We're off to a great... Oh yeah, let me throw in a Pokemon. I didn't mean to use my Wurmple here. Oh no. I'm sorry. Chopped to bits and pieces. So yeah, that's where this level 100 Gauntlet ends. My Wurmple is dead. After Wurmple's brave sacrifice, I got my act together and started implementing more advanced strategies thanks to the chat suggestions. Like hugging the corner of the wall to have it repeatedly slam into it. Since I had so many attempts to mess with here, I did a lot of experimenting. I think I should just start backing up every single time I start getting hits on so I can be prepared for that spinny move. Wait, if I keep backing up, does it force the rush move? Oh, this is gonna be an easy PB here. I think sub 130 is possible. I was becoming more machine than man, achieving task levels of perfection. Okay, we're off to an incredible start. Alright, this isn't gonna PB. Let's just... Let's battle it anyway. Oh no, I sent out Wurmple again. I'm so sorry, Wurmple. I'll take this hit for you. Alright, let's alternate between wall and tree. Almost every attempt I tried out a new idea, or attempted to master something I tried previously. But maybe I got a little bit too experimental and got a little bit of tunnel vision focusing on the new tech I was trying out, because I started missing very easy dodges. I also experimented with some hardcore gaming music to try and psych me up. I think this song might enhance my performance whenever we're listening to it. I'll have to test it out, if you believe it. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this really cool boss music now. The CEJE, Cotton Eye Joe experience. Until the 29th rematch is complete. There we go. Did not get hit by the first move. That's the Cotton Eye power right there. Wait, Matt, before I start on this next one, wait, what's going on, radio? Are you just trying to prolong the CEJE here? That's what I thought! That's what I thought! You just wanted to prolong the CEJE. And these songs affected my abilities exactly how you'd expect them to. Okay, that was... yeah. That was excellent. It'd be tragic if I lost during the Cotton Eye Joe experience and we had to do this an additional time. Of course it happened then. By the end of the 29th attempt, I accomplished nothing other than knowing Cotton Eye Joe was not the move. But perhaps maybe my listen to Cotton Eye Joe had a delayed effect on me. Because on my 35th attempt, not too long after, I achieved something that I had not yet achieved during this battle at all. I knew where this Kleavor came from. I knew where it went. It wasn't my fastest run by any means, but I had accomplished something that I had not yet accomplished before.
This was something that I didn't know you would get rewarded for if you did it, so I wasn't really actively trying to go for it. See if you can figure out what made this attempt different. That was damageless, but it was like slower than most of my runs. Whoa, we got an extra one. Oh, you get an extra one for doing it damageless. Am I really that bad that I haven't done it damageless till now? Let me go get that from my storage real quick. That's gonna speed up the gauntlet tremendously. Every time I could manage to pull off a damageless run, I would gain an extra 10,000 experience points from this. Ah, not damageless. That was such a good run, too, up to that point. The pressure was now on to try and not take damage as often as possible, but I still couldn't help but try and experiment with new things, because I'd rather go fast than overly cautious. Damageless. During this time, I started to notice that standing in certain locations would sometimes cause Kleavor to hesitate about making its next move. I'm still not sure what consistently causes this, but if it happens, the run goes by a lot faster. I was getting better and better, and on a not even damageless run, I set a new record. At this point, I was actually still unaware that you could dodge roll to be completely invincible during the spin attack, so I was always backing up whenever it was using it. But I was intentionally also forcing the spin attack to happen sometimes by staying at close range, because I still believe that staying at close range and throwing orbs is faster than having it only do the charge attack. That's a PB. That's a PB right there. I can feel it. Getting below 130 is definitely possible. If we do a damageless too, 130.98. Whole 5 seconds. With even a few more damageless runs after that, I failed to replicate that 130.98. So I started trying new options to get over this plateau. I wonder if with the spinning attack, if I just time the perfect roll, even within the range, I'll be fine. I wasn't fast enough to time it there. It does! Oh, we're not gonna walk anymore! That's... that's the strat! Why didn't I try that? But I would soon learn how difficult this is to actually pull off, because there's no visual or audio cue for when it's going to actually use the move. You have to do this entirely by feel. And the timing is totally different for when it uses this move before it's at half health and after it's at half health. And I wasted a lot of time trying to master this technique, often dying in the process. But when I pulled it off, it looked very cool. I do think it's optimal for getting the world's fastest time, since you can stay super close to this thing the entire time, but I was just not consistent enough with it to keep going with it for this gauntlet. Then it was decided that on the 69th attempt I would invert the colors on my Switch. I'm not sure if this accomplished anything for the fight, but Kleavor was blue. Oh, it's blue. This looks like I'm in the Digimon movie right now, or like Summer Wars. That's what this reminds me of, like, stylistically. Feed it these red cubes. Eventually, I finally got my fundamentals back and did another damageless run. Oh, that was also damageless. Cool. I didn't even realize it was. Despite not beating my best record in over 40 rematches, I don't think I was really fatigued at this point. I just think in order to get the perfect run, a lot had to go right at the same time. And I was always just barely coming short. Maybe just not having it hit a wall once, or maybe getting hit once, or not getting enough throws in as I could have. I was still way ahead of schedule at this point because of the unexpected experience candies large, and the 100th rematch was slated to be the final, instead of the 111th as I originally had anticipated. There was something about this extra level of pressure that powered me up. Final battle of the gauntlet. Let's see if this is the run. That laser focus. We PB'd. Dude. No way. I actually did my best run on the final one. When it counted. The music power-up. I think that was damageless too. That was skill. Sub 130. As easy as that. 129.29. I'm sure that's actually very beatable. But damageless sub 130. That was solid. That was well done. I'm about to get my very first level 100 Pokemon in this game. Oh, I can only use 2 of these. That's nice. The pinnacle of power for a Wurmple. Beautiful. 1 million experience. Alright, let's celebrate for a second. Let's show what this Wurmple can do. Oh, that wasn't my Wurmple. That was a Pokeball. Welcome to the team, Psyduck. Alright. Mountain View. The strongest Poison Sting. Oh, this poor Wurmple. I feel so bad for this little guy. Oh no, I don't feel bad for it anymore. It knew not to pick a fight. It knew it was not cut out to fight. Mountain View. Alright, Combee. It didn't learn any other moves over the course of that, though. True Alpha Wurmple moves. There's one more thing we have to do that I can't believe that I didn't try. Are we faster enough, or can we survive? Strong Style? Oh, come on, you weren't using Strong Style earlier. Maybe the Kleavor realizes that it's got an even match now. I then evolved the Wurmple just to see what it would become, and then promptly reset the game afterwards. No, it's a Silcoon. And now proudly take this thing all around the land of Hisui, as the strongest Wurmple ever, and the true Lord of the Woods. Thanks so much for watching this level 100 Gauntlet. I've got a lot more coming soon, and I will see you next time.